EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hey everyone, my name is Mike DeVault. I'm with the Tiger Woods PGA Tour 10 team, and today I'm here to talk to you about live tournaments. Live tournaments is one of our brand new online features for Tiger Woods PGA Tour 10, and it's one that we're really excited about. In live tournaments, you're going to compete against players from all over the world in an online tournament. What you'll do is you'll play a tournament round or several tournament rounds depending on the tournament type, post your scores to the live leaderboard. At the end of the tournament, a winner's crowned and you earn the purse based on how you finish. So instead of me explaining it to you here, let's go ahead and take a live look. So from the main menu, you'll select live tournaments, and that'll take you to the live tournaments hub screen. One of the first things you'll notice here is our tournament news banner. And what we're going to use this for is to update you gamers with news on all the tournaments that are going on. So, you know, people that are winning tournaments, what are some upcoming tournaments, any news or information that we think you guys need to know about, we'll be using this and updating it live after the game ships. The other thing that you'll notice right away when you get into the tournament hub screen is the different tournament types here on this carousel. So for those of you who are familiar with daily tournaments from years past, those are still here. We've also added weekly tournaments into the fray and Play the Pros tournaments, which is also a brand new tournament type. From the hub screen, you'll also be able to access history screens that'll show you some stats and ranking screens that will show you how you're doing. And we also have a screen or a separate hub screen that shows you just tournaments that you're playing, and that's called My Tournaments. So let's take a little deeper look into daily tournaments, since this is a tournament type that everybody might be a little bit more familiar with. When you get in here, you'll notice right away that things have changed drastically from years past. Even though this is a similar tournament type, daily tournament, we do have different difficulty levels now. And it also will show you the rounds or the tournaments that have closed just recently and the ones that are coming up soon. So the cool thing about live tournaments this year is that all of these tournaments are very updatable, and there's many more settings that we can update live. So in order for people to understand what the rules and the information is for each tournament, we've created this tournament information pane over here. So when you access toggle right and left, it'll tell you what the rules are for each one of these different tournaments that you have highlighted. If you toggle to the right, it'll tell you obviously the course, the number of rounds, when the tournament ends, how many submissions you have, and really just give you all the information you need to know about these tournaments. Obviously what the purse is, that's important, and everything you really want to know before you enter each one of these. The other thing that you're going to see here is up in this upper right-hand corner is a ticker that tells you how much time is left in the tournament and what the weather is for the particular tournament that you're in. As many of you know, we have the live weather in this year's game, so a lot of the tournaments will have live weather. We may choose to have some with scripted weather, and that's the cool thing about live tournaments is that we can set up the settings really to make the tournament play out however we want. And a lot of it will be based on feedback from the community. So you know, if you have feedback on live tournaments, make sure that you voice it, because the one interesting thing about this feature is that it is very updatable and very customizable. All of these different settings that you see here on the right, we can control those server side after the game ships. So if we want to create new tournaments with different types of settings, we can definitely do that. Moving on to weekly tournaments. So daily tournaments are 24-hour tournaments. At the end of the 24 hours, a winner is crowned, and then the next day, the following tournament starts up. Weekly tournaments, as you might guess from the name, it's a 7-day tournament. You have to post here we'll read the rules. It's a 4-round tournament that lasts all week. And one thing that we've done a little bit differently this year than in years past is that we have the ability to clamp the number of rounds that you can submit. So for weekly tournaments, for example, we can set it so that you're only allowed to submit 4 rounds. And then after that, you'll have to use your tournament earnings to submit subsequent rounds. So, you know, once you start earning some money, you'll notice at the top of the screen here, it shows your money balance and your rank in the current money's ranking leaderboard. If you ever want to take a look at where you stand as well, can also go back to the Live Tournaments hub and check out tour rankings, and it'll also show you, what your ranking is on the money leaderboard. Obviously, mine's not very good right now, so I got some work to do. It'll also give you a breakdown of, it'll also give you a breakdown on all the different tournament types, your earnings in all the different tournament types, and it's also very customizable in the sense that you can go check out just daily tournaments, weekly tournaments, play the pros tournaments. You can look at your winnings, your events won, entered, et cetera, et cetera. So the idea here is just really to give you an idea of how you're progressing through the mode and where you stand compared to the rest of the other golfers. So in weekly tournaments, like I was saying, it's a 4-round tournament, and you can buy extra submissions if we have it set to clamp to 4-round submission only. And at the end of the week, just like in daily tournaments, a winner's crowned and the purse is divvied up. So here again, you get to look at, we have a bunch of different difficulty levels. The ones that have just completed, you can go in here to the ones that have just closed and check out the leaderboard for the completed tournament. Also from here, and from daily and from weekly, from this particular screen, you can access the full leaderboard straight from here. So if you want to take a look at what was the final lead, the entire full leaderboard for that tournament, you can do that here as well. And then if there's any upcoming tournaments in weekly, you can see them here as well. Probably one of the coolest features of this new Live Tournaments mode is our Play the Pros feature. And this is something that I think everybody's really going to enjoy, because it really is going to put you head-to-head against the real pro golfers. So how this tournament works is a little bit different than daily and weekly. It's similar in the sense that you're going to play an entire week's worth of golf, or 4 rounds, but this time, instead of playing against golfers from all over the world, you'll be playing against the real pros at the current tournament that they're playing at. So as that tournament is playing out, your scores will be racking up, and their scores will be racking up, as that tournament is progressing. So as you can see here, this was the tournament from last week, and you can see that the real scores are there. I unfortunately did not participate, but if I would have, my score would be there as well. And in this particular mode, in Play the Pros, you're playing directly against the pros only. So you're not playing against the other gamers out there. So in order to win, I would have had to beat or tie Sean O'Hare at -11 here. Play the Pros is going to be just a really cool feature, because it's going to put you, as that tournament is happening, right up against these golfers. And one of the cool things also about live tournaments, like we discussed before, and Play the Pros, is that we can set these course conditions to be exactly like they are in real life at that tournament. So not only are you playing against the real scores at that particular tournament for that week, but you're going to be playing against the weather, the course conditions, and we also have the ability to kind of customize the settings so that it's not going to be a cakewalk. You're not going to be shooting like 30 under par in the tournament. So really, that's it in a nutshell for live tournaments. We really think that this new mode is going to revolutionize how people play tournaments online in our game, and we're really excited for you guys to check it out.